Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee or your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about. But before we get started on those red hot topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got toast. Believe me, we've got you covered. And also, you could purchase my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started right, shall we?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show, honey. Grab your coffee and your tea because we have a lot to talk about. And just like the commercial says, when you go to the website, www.monalisamonroe.com, you help out the show. And how do you do that? You help us out by supporting us financially, and you get to have some great merch. Just like you saw, we've got great coffee cups, and we've got great t-shirts. We've got great totes. Just go to the website, www.monalisamonroe.com. Also, our YouTube page, we have a brand new handle just for you guys who are looking for me and could not find me. Here it is. Check me out on YouTube, the MonaLisa Monroe Show. It's on my Facebook page. Just in case you do not know, just click it. Just click the link. It's so easy. I know. It was like, where's your show? I can't find you on YouTube. Well, it was just under my name and you couldn't find it. No, actually, it was under just MonaLisa 2010. That's what it used to be. But we got you, honey. It is now MonaLisa Monroe Show YouTube channel. Subscribe so every time we come on, you are there. You're there with me. You're my portraits. You're my audience. I appreciate the love. Yes, I do. Everyone that tunes in and tells me in the grocery stores or at events that I attend, they say, hey, don't I know you? You got that show. Yeah, that would be me. The MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that would be me. So, yes, again, www.MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. No, I'm sorry, MonaLisa Monroe Show. MonaLisaMonroe.com. Get it together, girl. Get it together. You are too excited. I'm so excited to have that YouTube channel because, I was like, okay, I know I got a channel. Anyway, we fixed it. YouTube, go to my Facebook page, subscribe. Now, let's dive into the red hots this morning. No, I take that back. Let me do a recap of October, honey, because it was fire. October is just one of those months, maybe because I was born in the month, just maybe. But if you tuned into the show, which I know you did, I celebrated my birthday on October 16th, and the chocolate bar was doing the most. The most. Go to my page. It's all there. We had a breast cancer awareness show. It was on a Saturday. We had a breast cancer survivor that wrote a book. All that information is on the MonaLisa Monroe Show page, the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show page. The MonaLisa Monroe page is everywhere. October was just it just fire. That's all I can say. It was fire. And the chocolate bar is doing all these awesome events, but we'll go over all of that at 12 p.m. Central and 1 p.m. Eastern, because that's our second location. Right now, we're in the studio. Yeah, we're in the studio. So, when we do the chocolate bar, we're there in the VIP, by the way. But today, we're talking to you in the studio. October recap, fire. Just fire. And I guess, yeah, you could replay the show and you will not be missing a beat. But yeah, recap, amazing. October, amazing. So, of course, we got to make sure November is amazing as well, right? Right. So, November's red hots. Ooh, man, can y'all believe this year is almost over? 2022 is almost done. This is November. I mean, literally, November the 3rd. And it's already moving, it's already driving. So, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Oh, we'll talk about that later. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's later in the weeks to come. So let's just talk about right now. Now, I know that there was a famous rapper from the Migos, take off. I don't know. I don't know too much about this particular person, but if you guys do, please let me know who this was and what happened. All I know is I think it was Takeoff or something like that was his name, and he ended up getting shot, and he was a part of the Migos, I think. So if you guys know more than me, please let me know. Like I said, we want to talk about what you're talking about, and it was all over social media because they said this guy was really, calm, cool, collect to himself, didn't bother anybody, and then all of a sudden he's gone. So I'm just like, what, who, what, when, who? So let me know what that's about. And of course, Wakanda Forever. Okay, I know that's coming up, what, next week? That's coming out next week. So for those of you who might have Fire Stick, who might have already saw the movie or whatever, I already know. I already know that is going to be fire. They had a red carpet event at the Tyler Perry Studios where half the movie or the whole movie was shot. Shout out to Tyler Perry being the main studio at Atlanta, Black Hollywood. Do you? Okay. So I'm excited because I want to see it. I mean, oh, the first Black Panther was fire. But I ain't even gonna lie. This is my personal opinion about the whole thing. Why did y'all kill Killmonger? Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, he would have been the best Black Panther. Now, I don't know. I think that his sister is Black Panther. I'm not feeling that. So I really got to see this movie because, first of all, she is tiny. Okay. She is so little. And I just can't mentally wrap my brain around you kicking some butt and you're like right here, skinny as a rail. I'm not buying it. So I'm going to really have to see it. But Michael B. Jordan would have been perfect. Why did they kill him, man? I'm just saying. I mean, what y'all think about it? I think they should change their mind about that thing. I don't know. What do y'all think? Uh Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan, man, that would have been a perfect thing. And he was his half brother. I don't know. I don't know if he refused the role or he decided just not to do it or what. But oh my goodness, you hurt my feelings for real because that would have just been perfect. It would have just been perfect. But Wakanda forever. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you. Um, I'm just not feeling the sister. I'm being the Black Panther. I don't know. Anyway, she's just so tiny, y'all. I just can't see her. I just got to see the movie. I just got to see the movie. But anyway, moving right along, we talk about whatever you're talking about, and Black Panther was all over social media because they had their trailer and whoop de whoop whoop whoop. It looked amazing. But let's get going in our red hots today. So I'm scrolling, I'm searching to find out what everybody is talking about. And honey, what did I roll up on? I rolled up on student loan refund checks. Now, as soon as you see refund going with check, you're like going, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me rewind that, okay? Because first of all, I'm going to school and I'm already on Biden about, yo, Biden, where is the slashing of the student loans? 50,000, if I do remember correctly, 50,000. Wait a minute, let me shift gears here, honey. Hold on. Should I do this? No, I can barely see you guys. Okay, so anyway, 50,000 is what you're supposed to be slashing. Okay. But when I'm scrolling social media and I'm looking to see what the news is, I'll run up on this right here. Student loan refund checks are in the mail. What? In the mail for anyone. Now we're rolling back saying, okay, who's getting the checks, right? For anyone who paid during the COVID-19 moratorium. So if you were still paying on your student loans when everything was shut down in 2020 and maybe even 2021, you're getting a refund. Now remember, they deferred a whole bunch of payments. They said, don't worry about it. You don't have to pay. Now, me personally was celebrating. Woo! I don't have to pay. But now I'm like, wow, if you would have put $10 on it, if you would have put $20 on it, think about that. You're getting it back. Student loan refund checks, baby, they're in the mail for you guys who continue to do the right thing and pay on your loans. Congratulations. You just never know. When you do the right thing, you always get it back. Right? All right. That's red hot number one. Red hot number two. Cameras, y'all, I read this and I was like, okay, first of all, I heard and saw this on the news. I was like, all right, Nancy Pelosi's house was not only broken into, but her husband was attacked with a hammer. Nancy Pelosi, home invaded, okay? And then her husband attacked with a hammer. Now, just imagine if Nancy Pelosi would have been there. What would have happened? And then this is what's so eerie and just, like purge material. They were calling her name out. Nancy, where are you? Nancy, yeah, what kind of mess is that? You're calling my name and you broke into my home and you are armed with a hammer. They were going to kill her. They almost killed her husband. He was in the hospital. I don't know if he's out or not. I'm going to have to dive back in it, but OMG. Nancy Pelosi. Now, y'all remember January 6th now, when they infiltrated uh, the Capitol and they were talking about hanging and killing some folks. See, this was not a whole bunch of excited protesters. They went there to kill, and I don't know why people don't understand that. They had nooses to hang some people. They had guns, and it's like, y'all don't think they were going to kill somebody if they would have found somebody? I mean, this is evidence right here that they were serious. Do you understand me? Cameras captured break in. Now, this is Nancy Pelosi's home, people. Cameras captured break in, but police weren't watching. The police weren't watching the cameras. This is the same Capitol Police that, what's the word I'm looking for? Moved very slowly January the 6th, when the insurrection happened. Now, here you are supposed to be securing and watching Nancy Pelosi's home. You're not even looking at it. Capitol Police began responding to the break-in at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home after an agency employee noticed the camera. The police weren't watching, but an employee that was probably walking by the camera, whatever, noticed the break-in and called these folks out. You're supposed to be protecting. Now, let me tell you something. Republican, Democrat, Independent, it doesn't matter. Your life, okay? We're talking about the life of people. We're not talking about party lines. We're talking about a life of a person. What in the world? That is just terrifying to me. But we'll dive back into that. Red hot number 2. Red hot number 3. Yeah, y'all are talking about it. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I'm ready. No Powerball winner. Okay. I don't do Powerball. I don't do the lottery. I don't do any of that because, number one, I don't know how to do it. And I know some folks that play it and they know exactly what numbers, what days, whatever. The whole process, they have it down to a science, okay? Let me have that. Let me have the card behind the 5th card. I mean, it's serious, baby cakes. So I'm sitting here going, hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on here. I'm trying to watch y'all on everything here. So anyway, this Powerball situation. So I'm looking and I'm like going, how much money? So you read it correctly. No Powerball winner again as the jackpot keeps growing. No one matched all 6 numbers to win this last Wednesday's massive jackpot, which is now expected to soar to 1.5, not million, billion for the next drawing. Y'all, what in the entire world? I don't play. I don't know how to play, but 1.5 billion? Even if I am the 5th winner, I will be set. Even if I'm the 10th winner, I will be set. What in the world? Unbelievable. So I would like to know, let me double check, make sure I don't miss anybody. I would like to know if you guys play Powerball. And if you do, how you play it? Because I don't know how. But I might just I might just try to figure this thing out. But this is interesting. $1.5 billion. And this is a Powerball. So you have to guess 6 numbers. Now, what are the chances of a person in what's the ratio? What's the chances of not even one person getting these 6 numbers? That's what's confusing to me. I guess it's like a license plate type of situation. No one has the same license plate. Or do they? Very interesting. Tell me what you guys think about that. And last but not least, I know this is a little sidebar here, but if you're a millennial or if you are a social media person that stays in the know when it comes to these YouTubers, there is a YouTuber and his name is Mr. Beast. Okay. Now, Mr. Beast is a quote unquote millionaire, billionaire, I don't know, but he has to be up there some type of way because Mr. Beast on Halloween was giving children stacks of $10,000. So I didn't believe it. I was like, what? You're passing out $10,000 in bundles to children that come and knock on your door for trick-or-treat candy. I didn't believe it. I promise you. I was like, there's no way. How many children knock on your door and you're talking about $10,000 in bundles? Man, look here. So I searched it and found it. He put it on his channel and it was all over Twitter. So there's the link. I promise you, y'all, I was just like, I got to find out if this is true. And it is $10,000 bundles to children. Now, this is the hilarious part. Now, that was the crazy part to me. I'm like, wow, you're very generous. And with my understanding is Mr. Beast is very generous. I mean, he's very, very generous. He could care less about all this money. That's probably why he keeps getting money, because he could care less. But anyway, so this is the funny thing. It was one of the kids that didn't want the $10,000 bundle. They wanted some candy. So the kid was like, I don't want that. I want trick-or-treat candy. And it was hilarious. So he videotaped it. Now, he wasn't videotaping the whole deal, mind you. But he did want to do this and videotape this kid turning down $10,000. And I bet his parents that was with him was like, little boy, you better get that money. But anyway, so y'all check it out. Click the link, copy the link, whatever you want to do. I kid you not. This is real. This is real. And I just sit back and go, man, what in the world? It's like, it's so many people that are financially strapped, so many people that are in poverty, so many people that need, and the people that got it, you got it, more power to you. But the ones who just frivolously just giving heart, giving whatever, that do things like this, I'm like blown away. Um, you can't help but appreciate it. I mean, wow. But tell me what you guys think about that. I mean, Mr. Beast, whoever this is, a YouTuber, giving children, instead of trick or treat candy, he's giving them a bundle of $10,000. Instead of trick or treat candy, $10,000 in a little bundle. And the reason why he videotaped this particular child is because the child was like, I don't want your $10,000. I want some candy. That's the only reason why he put it on social media. But if you are a YouTuber and you know about Mr. Beast, check it out. Real stuff. Real stuff. So, yeah, those are the red hot topics for today. And we're going to go over them one by one again so you guys can chime in. Student loan refund checks are on the way. They're in the mail. And the reason why I stopped and was like, scrap, is because I was like, refund checks. As soon as you see refund and check behind it, you are like, when, where, how do I get it? Well, student loan refund checks are in the mail, but not for everybody. Read all captions. The only people that are getting these refund checks are those who paid during the COVID-19 moratorium, meaning when we were shut down in 2020 and a little bit of 2021. But you, my friend, continue to pay whatever, and it could be the smallest of amount. You could have just said, you know what, I'm just going to continue to pay $10 or $20 or $100, whatever you could have afforded at the time. If you decided to honor your debt and pay your debt, it's being returned to you right here. Refund checks on the way for those who were doing the right thing for the right. No, you know what Pastor Lance used to tell everybody? Do the right thing for the right reason, expecting the right results to glorify God, to benefit others, and to glorify God. I think that's it. For those of you who went to Greater Calvary in Austin, Texas, I think the phrase goes, do the right thing for the right reason. Oh, that's it. Do the right thing for the right reason. Do the right thing for the right reason, expecting the right results to benefit others and glorify God according to his word. I think that was it. Man, I wish I knew that phrase. But that's most of it. Do the right thing for the right reason, expecting the right results to glorify God and benefit others according to his word. I think that was the whole thing. If you went to Greater Calvary in Austin, Texas, if you go to Greater Calvary in Austin, Texas, I wonder if he's still saying that. Pastor Lance, shout out. I think your birthday is coming up. I think it's November the 10th, if I remember correctly. Happy birthday. So yeah, giving you a shout out for that because I abide by that still. Who would have thunk it? So anyway, yeah, so if you were doing the right thing, you're getting the right results right now by getting your money back. Okay? That was red hot number one. I would like to know who was doing the right thing by paying on your student loan. I'm not even gonna lie. That wasn't me. Matter of fact, when they said deferred payments, I was excited that I didn't have to pay that thing back. And I'm still, President Biden, didn't you say you were going to give us 50,000? Where the money at? Where the money at? Anyway, that was me during this time because I wasn't trying to pay for nothing. But anyway, red hot number 2. This blew me away. I would like to know what you guys think, but this floored me. Make sure I didn't miss nobody. All right. Cameras captured break-in, but police weren't watching. Who are we talking about? What are we talking about? Nancy Pelosi. Y'all know who the Nancy Pelosi is, the House Speaker. You remember January 6th insurrection. You remember these people were looking for Nancy Pelosi. They were saying that they wasn't going to do anything, but yet they had guns and nooses and all this kind of stuff. But oh, they were just excited protesters, passionate protesters, all of that mess. Well, guess what? They break in Nancy Pelosi's home armed with a hammer, calling her name, honey. Someone breaks in your home and they're calling your name with a weapon. How terrifying. But Nancy wasn't there. Man, was God with you, Nancy? Nancy wasn't there, but her husband was. So they attacked him. He ended up in the hospital, and I need to double check and make sure he's okay. But he was, they attacked him, hit him with a hammer over the head, intentionally trying to kill, I'm sure. What? And all of this happening on camera with the police not watching. So how do they catch it? An employee, agency employee, thinking you're a White House employee or Capitol Hill police employee, some employee. You weren't the police because it says plain as day, agency employee. Not sure what the agency was, so let me shut up on that. But whoever this is, it wasn't a police officer. And you notice the camera. Man, and you probably alert them and say, hey, do you guys see what's happening at this home right in front of you? Freaking incredible. And that's the only way that action was taking place. Now, you can't help but think, what if? You know what I'm saying? If they would have caught it like they supposed to have before it even happened, that man wouldn't be in the hospital. If they were watching the video like they were supposed to. And I'm telling you, if that man, I'm praying that he's okay. I'm praying that nothing happens. But if he ends up going, I don't want to speak it, but if anything happens to him, which I'm hoping no, it's going to be on their hands. They need to be fired, but who knows? That is just sad. And it makes you want to think back during the insurrection. They were highly criticized, the Capitol Police. They were highly criticized for, where were you? What's going on? Why didn't you guys act? And da-da-da-da-da. They were overwhelmed by protesters. Nobody used a gun, but you were overwhelmed by protesters. Why have a gun if you don't use it? Oh, but you do use it. You do use your guns and your bully clubs and your tasers when you want to use them. Trust and believe that. Why didn't you use them then? But it goes to show you here, you're sitting here and not even paying attention to the camera, and this woman's home is being broken into with a person with a hammer, and they assaulted her husband. Lord have mercy. If she would have been there, she would have been. I just can't even wrap my brain around it. And here we are thinking that they weren't going to do anything. They weren't going to do what you think they were going to do. They were passionate protesters. This right here tells you they're not just plain protesters, Hunty. They were going to kill, just like they were January 6th. They were going to kill. Bottom line, point blank, get over it. It's just unbelievable how naive. Oh, even if it's, you're not naive. You know. Yeah, you know. And red hot number 3, Lordy. No Powerball winner again as the jackpot keeps growing. What jackpot? No one matched all 6 numbers to win Wednesday's massive jackpot, which is now expected to soar to $1.5 billion for the next drawing. Help me understand. $1.5 billion. What are the odds of no one winning this? I'm just not understanding. 6 numbers? $1.5 billion. All of this is collected now for the next drawing. What are the odds of no one getting 6 numbers? Now, I can't talk because I don't know how to play it. Okay, I have no idea how to play it. No clue. But this is crazy. This is insane. You guys, if you guys play, how do you play? For people not to have a clue on these 6 numbers, not a 1, and then, well, maybe they didn't watch it. Maybe the winner didn't report it yet. Oh, whatever. If I won, you would hear from me. I would be reporting. I'd be yelling. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be yelling it from the rooftops because everybody and their mama would be in your back pocket. Wait a minute. Hey, you my cousin. You my this. You my that. You owe me whatever, right? So maybe the winner isn't saying anything yet. How long do they give them before they turn themselves in? That sounds a little crazy. But how long do you have before you is it 30 days? I mean, you know what I mean? How long do you have not to report the winnings? And why would it take you forever and a day? Because they never say your name now. They never say your name. They just say winner. Or do they? Do they give your information? I don't know. Let me know what they do when you do win. Do they tell you do they have your first and last name, address, and phone number? Or do they just say anonymous winner, da 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 da? And I think they say the store. They tell you the store, I think. But those of you who play the lottery and have you guys are systems. You got systems. I mean, you are a serious lottery player. Let me know how that goes because I am so curious on how that all works out. I guess last but not least, the sort of the icing on the top, we had the first three red hots, but the icing on the top is Mr. Beast, honey. Mr. Beast is a YouTuber, and I think he's a millionaire, or he got to be rich. So he has to be very well off, because what he did was, for trick or treat, right? You knock on the door, trick or treat, he was giving children bundles of $10,000. So the kids who knocked on his door, instead of candy, he was giving bundles of $10,000 instead of trick or treat candy. I didn't believe the story. I was like, who would do such a thing? So I researched it, and you guys, it's real. This is a real cat. Look under, I guess, YouTube or whatever, and type in Mr. Beast. He was giving kids $10,000 for Halloween trick or treat type thing. No candy, just $10,000. Shocking. Shocking. And it's true. So here I am going, this is not real. This is what they call fake news, whatever, whatever. So here's the link right here. And it's real. $10,000 to children that knocked on his door trick or treating. Now, the reason why it's posted, he wasn't doing the whole ordeal online, but he did post this part. One of the kids in the group didn't want $10,000. He wanted candy. So he was tripping. So he started recording. And he was like, no, this is yours. And the little boy was like, I want candy. I bet that little boy's parents were like, you better grab that money. But I could not believe it until hey, there's the link right there. Check it out, Mr. Beast. If you guys are YouTubers or whatever, there it is. $10,000 to trick-or-treaters. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Click that, Mr. Beast, $10,000 to trick-or-treaters. It's real. It's real. Man, look, if you were a parent and you were with your child and this man drops in their bag $10,000, oh my gosh, what would you say? Trick or treat? Oh my goodness, is this a trick or a treat? Real money. Insane. Insane. So, yeah, that was crazy. But I wanted you guys to pretty much comment on the 3 red hot topics. And again, I want you to go to the website as it shows below, www.MonaLisaMonroe.com. And also click like and share the show. And if you miss it in the morning, we come back in the afternoon, and you can hit the replay button, honey, and replay the show. I love to read you guys' comments. I always go back and read the comments and answer you, and appreciate you, because you don't have to leave a comment, but you do. And I love it, love it, love it. The conversations with us is priceless. That's all I can say. And the back and forth of the portraits of the audience, the fans, the back and forth, love it, love it, love it. If you want to see me cover a certain topic, please let me know by leaving a comment, or you can inbox me on my Facebook page, MonaLisa Monroe, or you can inbox me on the business page, MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show, or the Mona Lisa Monroe Show. Both the morning of course the morning show is in the morning, and the Monroe Show is in the afternoon. So you can always go back and replay the show. If you miss anything, you can comment and I will comment back. I will answer you back. Love it, love it, love it. Leave any type of ideas that you would like to talk about on the show. If you have any ideas about the show or for the show, if you want me to cover a certain location, if you want me to interview chefs or food or whatever, we are loving the fact that you are engaging with us. And literally, I could be at the grocery store, at a restaurant, at an event, and I always have someone that comes up to me that watches the show to comment and say, "Hey, aren't you are you MonaLisa Monroe? Yep, I see your show. I watch your show. I really appreciate that." Stop me. I don't care where I am. I appreciate the love that everyone gives me. I mean, wow. Now, again, I love to talk about the show's theme is we talk about what you're talking about. So if there's something that's going on in your city, in your community, in your neighborhood, in your town, whatever, let me know. Drop a comment, drop an inbox, whatever you want. DM me, as the young folks say, and I will get back with you. Love it, love it, love it all. We've been around now, believe it or not, we've been doing this thing for 2 years. Yes, we originated during the pandemic, when everything was shut down and no one was going anywhere or doing anything. Well, social media, of course, was the only way to connect with people that you knew, and just to connect to the outside world, because we were all in this "what in the world is happening" shutdown mode. So the MonaLisa Monroe Show was just me going on Facebook Live, wanting to see how the family was doing, wanted to see how friends were doing. And next thing you know, we started discussing what we saw on the news. And from there came the show. And it has been ups and it has been downs, because I mean, originally, man, the whole thought of it was like, how do I continue to do this and be able to hold the audience, the attention of the audience? Because, of course, in 2021 and in 2022, we're back to work and we're doing different things. So, how often are we now online able to watch a whole hour show? And that was my whole, thing, my whole dilemma. And thankfully, we were picked up by a production company called Black Media. And originally they were called All Things Relevant, ATR. And then just recently they changed their names to Black Media. And Roku. Roku has picked up that streaming service. And so, of course, we're trying to just continue to stream the live show, continue to raise awareness, continue to talk about the red hot topics, what you're talking about, and just trying to stay relevant per se. And so that's why your comments and your watching, your viewership is so important to the show, because we don't want to just fade in the black. We want to continue to give you what you want, which is conversation and, of course, coffee or tea hunting. So whatever you decide to do in the mornings, click like and share the show, watch the show, because the more you watch, the more we stay around. So we appreciate every viewer, every person that leaves a comment, every person that clicks like and shares the show, whatever the case may be. Love it, love it, love it. And I love for you to just reach out and tell me what you think about the show. If you want to make any changes, A lot of times you don't have a say so. You can't just call Oprah up, or you just can't call Tamron Hall up, or you just can't call Steve Harvey up and say, hey, I don't like your show, or I love your show, do this or do that. But here you can, if you want to see a certain, certain food, certain restaurants, certain shopping centers, stores, or whatever. If you want to see us engage, you can just let us know and we'll do it just for you. But once again, we're here Eastern time at 10, Central time at 9, and we come on again in the afternoon. The afternoon is on the location of the chocolate bar. We shift we shift some gears. We talk about the restaurant. We talk about what they got going on. And we do this for about 30 minutes, maybe 45 if it's getting good to us. But if you're interested in watching that as well, click like and share the show. Watch the show either on my page, on the page itself. Chocolate Bar even has its own page, Instagram, Facebook, so you can watch it on their page as well. Just spread the love. Continue to share. So I want to just leave you with a few words. Of course, I'm going to start doing some things in 2023 that we just need this. You know what I mean? We just need outlets. We need self-care opportunities. And what happens with that is we do the meditations, we do the word, we do the eating healthy, eating right. Just try to woo-saw this thing. So before we leave, I'm just going to leave. I will call MonaLisa's tips, but I don't know. I might rename that. I don't know. MonaLisa Speaks. I don't know. We'll see. But in 2023, we'll have a name for you. But the last couple of minutes of the show, I just want to share something with you. So maybe you could take it wherever, put it in your back pocket, share it, whatever the case may be. But I want you to, depression is high, suicide is high, violence is high. So I really want people now to step back and say to themselves, what can I do to make change? What can I do to help the world, to help my community, to help my neighborhood, to help my city? What can I do? Because all day we can always point the finger. Do. We can say, oh, them. But what can you do to make the difference, right? So I want to leave you with that. Think about your gifts, skills, and talents, and think about why you're still here, and think about what God intended for your life by giving you those gifts, skills, and talents. They're not for you. They're not. They're for other people. They're for God's people. So share whatever it is that's inside of you that's going to make this world a better place. Keep the negative. We don't need it, but spew and overflow in the positive. And right now it's hard. I know the news, the violence, the craziness that's going on in the world. I get it. But you can change things. You can make a difference. And how does it start? It starts by you taking care of yourself first. And then, just like the airplane, when you're riding in the airplane, they say, put your mask on first. Because how can you help anybody dying, right? So put your mask on first, and you do self-care, and you take care of yourself so you can take care of others. So that's my MonaLisa Speaks moment. I'm going to call it something. I don't know. MonaLisa Speaks, that might work. We'll see. So thanks for tuning in to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show this morning. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Okay? All right. Click like and share the show. See you soon. Bye.